Good morning, Mr. Tolhurst.
Morning, O'Toole.
Please come in. His lordship is expecting you.
Go.
This way, sir.
What do you want? Go away.
Mr. Roland Tolhurst, my lord.
Oh, show the blasted man in, then. Can't stand lawyers. Dregs of the human race.
Yours, my lord.
Oh, blast.
May I take your coat and hat, sir?
Oh, leave his overcoat where it is, O'Toole. Thin-blooded, dry-stick fellows, these lawyers. Never known one to break into a sweat. Well, what do you want? What? What?
I've come to report progress, my lord, on the instructions you gave me last week.
Yes, about time, too, considering all the money I pay you. Yes, well, don't just stand there. Set them up again.
Very good, my lord.
Yeah. Come on, get on with it, Tollgate.
Tolhurst, my lord.
Yes, okay.
I've managed to ascertain the identities of the persons you are concerned with, my lord.
After all these years, I never knew their full names until now. Yes, well, what's the next step?
Since you have expressly forbidden newspaper advertisements to trace them,
Total secrecy. I demand nothing less.
I propose to engage the services of a private investigator.
Good. Offer him £5,000 a head for each one that's found.
5,000... Lord Algrave, have you truly considered your proposed course of action? What about your sister and nephews? After all, blood is thicker than water.
In this case, wouldn't you say that the exact opposite applies?
Well, just as you say, I shall carry out your instructions to the letter.
You'd better. You fancy a game of snooker?
Well,
For £100?
I wouldn't want to take advantage of your lordship. I was considered quite useful in my younger days.
500.
Well, if you insist.
You can break.
All yours, my lord.
Right, off you go, O'Toole. There's £500 riding on you.
But I wasn't expecting to be playing him.
Oh, racially prejudiced, are you? Then get on with it.
Morning, Stevens.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Tolhurst.
Could I have the yellow pages, please?
Here we are, sir.
Detective agencies. Crime Busters International. CBI, Birdswell. 24-hour service. That'll do. Yes, Miss Stevens?
Mr. Brady is on the line, sir. He wants to talk about the Gilmore case.
Right, put it through. John.
What do you want, fish face?
Is this the headquarters of Crime Busters International Detective Agency?
Yeah, it's round the back in his office, right?
Win double Scarlet Runner in the 2:30 and Mr. Nobbs in the 3 o'clock. Enter. Oh, do take a seat, sir. I won't keep you a moment. I won't hear another word, Commissioner. Scotland Yard can call on my services any time they're in trouble. Oh, by the by, Sir David, thanks ever so for that case of scotch. Yeah, take care. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr.
Cobblers.
Oh, what can I do for you, Mr. Cobblers?
No, that is not my name. That is merely my opinion. Your performance on the phone there, right, load of old cobblers, will it? My name is Marley. I'm from Luxury Second-Hand Mobile Homes of Wandsworth, from whom you purchased this caravan.
With which I am totally delighted. And if your superiors would like a written testimonial in writing from me, I should be only too happy to oblige. Bernie Weinstock does not bestow his favours lightly.
Nor his money.
Pardon?
According to our records, you are 3 instalments behind. Now, I would say that you was Barasic, Mr. Weinstock.
Me? Skint?
Well, I mean, if you were successful, you'd hardly live and work in a caravan, would you?
Oh, now, don't be misled by appearances, Mr. Marley. You cannot tell a book by its cover. These premises are purely temporary, while my new headquarters in Park Lane are being constructed. And I'll tell you this, if Wimpies don't get a move on, I'm invoking the penalty clause. If your trivial payments haven't been met, it's probably due to some inefficiency in my accounts department. You wait till I tell Prince Abdulaziz, with whom I have a luncheon appointment at Claridge's. He'll have a little giggle.
Here we are, Bernie.
Oh, you got 'em then? Good man. Have any trouble?
Oh, well, there was a longer queue than usual.
File them for now, and then take them down to forensic first thing this afternoon.
File them?
In the cabinet, under F.
Oh, yeah, of course. Straight away. Excuse me, sir.
A case of malicious fish poisoning we're investigating. Very big names are involved. Meet Robin Bright, my chief field agent.
How do you do, sir?
He's a milkman.
Oh, fooled you again. No, he's in disguise. He's working undercover. You see, we've got wind of a scheme to insert knockout drops in London's milk supply, thereby leaving the city wide open for plunder.
Incredible.
It is, isn't it?
Look, I'm giving you 28 days to pay, and then I'm sending the boys round to break your arms. I'm only giving you that amount of time because yours is the best load of codswallop I've heard all year.
Please see Mr. Marley to the door.
No bother. I think I can remember the way.
Who was that?
It's the bloke from the caravan company. I'm 3 months behind in my payments.
Oh, well, I got a bit put by in the post office.
Oh, no. I might come up on the pools this week. You never know.
Right, John. I'll let you have the papers first thing in the morning. Bye. Where was I? Oh, yes. Crime Busters International.
Rustle up a cup of tea as well, will you? I'm gasping.
Right, I'll put the kettle on.
Right.
Hello? Crime Busters International Detective Agency speaking. Good morning. Just a moment, I'll put you through to our head of operations. Mr. Whitestock, there's a call for you at line 12, please. Putting you through now, sir.
Bernie Weinstock speaking.
My name is Roland Tolhurst of Tolhurst, Finch and Tolhurst.
I like it. Families should always stick together.
We are solicitors at law.
Oh, solicitors. Then I can guess the sad purpose of your call. A case of a straying wife, an errant husband. You want evidence of assignation, pictures taken, telephones bugged. Very messy business divorce. But you come to the right person. Bernie Weinstock, the best in the game.
This is not, in fact, a divorce. Nothing so simple. I require a complicated investigation, which could take some time. I take it you were equipped to deal with such a matter.
Oh, you need have no fear on that score, Mr. Tolhurst. We at Crime Busters International perform the impossible as a matter of routine.
I see. Since the matter is of the utmost secrecy, I don't wish to discuss it on the public telephone.
Very wise, very wise.
Therefore, I propose to come to your offices and give you a personal briefing.
I'm afraid that would not be possible. Sorry about that, sir. My assistant's calling one of our tracker dogs in. Yes, as I was saying, that will not be possible. We have a strict company rule that first contact with prospective clients should be on neutral ground. This is for complicated security reasons, which I will not burden you with.
Very well. Where do you propose we meet?
Well, somewhere where there's lots of people, so we can merge with the crowd. Oh, no, make it Groomhurst Railway Station.
Groomhurst? Where the devil's that?
It's in Surrey, sir. Not very far.
And how will I know you?
I'll be carrying a copy of today's Daily Mirror, a rolled-up umbrella, and wearing a flower in my buttonhole. I'll be grateful if you do the same. Shall we say 12:30 then, sir?
12:30. Very well. Until then, goodbye.
Right, goodbye. We've got a job, Robin, and a good one as well.
What on earth made you tell him to meet us at Groomhurst?
I don't know. The first place that came to me head. Here, that bird you went out with used to live there, didn't she?
No.
Main thing is, when we meet this geezer, we've got to create a good impression. You better nip back to your digs and change.
Hey, but I've just got all these fish and chips.
Come on, get your skates on. We haven't got much time.
Mr. Weinstock?
No.
What the devil's going on?
Mr. Tolhurst?
Are you Weinstock?
Indeed I am, sir.
Then who's that?
Oh, one of my chief field operatives, Mr. Robin Bright.
Is this ridiculous charade really necessary?
Oh, absolutely essential, sir. In operations of this kind, every precaution must be taken.
Well, I suppose you know best.
Shall we take a seat? Just a moment, sir.
What's he doing?
Checking for bugging devices, sir.
Oh, dear.
Now, in what way can we help you?
Acting on instructions from a distinguished client whose name I am not at liberty to reveal, I am charged with the task of ascertaining the present whereabouts of 6 different people. Unfortunately, the only addresses we have are about 30 years old.
30 years old? They could be anywhere by now. I mean, I might have to put 10 or 15 agents on the case. It costs a bob or two, you know. What with luncheon vouchers, bus fares.
I'm empowered to offer you the sum of £5,000 for each person contacted.
£5,000 apiece?
Presuming, of course, that they're still alive.
What, for 6 people?
£30,000 in total, plus expenses.
I see. Just a sort of run-of-the-mill job. May I ask for what purpose these good people are being located for?
You may not. The whole operation is to be carried out with the utmost secrecy. Here are the names and last known addresses of the people in question. You will hand one of these envelopes to each of these people. In the event of failure, such as the demise of any of them, you will return the envelope to me unopened.
Whatever you say, Mr. Tolhurst. And just to put your mind at ease, I can assure you that I shall mastermind this operation myself personally.
Excuse me, sir. Can I just ask a question?
Certainly.
How are we to identify these people beyond any doubt?
That problem has been anticipated. When the subject has read the letter which you have handed to him or her, you will ask 2 questions. The first one is, who was the timekeeper?
Who was that? That's a funny sort of question. What's the answer?
The answer is Toby. The second question is, how long before the Indian princess arrived? The answer to that is 39 days. The correct replies will only be known by the persons we seek. Do you wish to ask me anything more?
Just one thing, Mr. Tolhurst. As to the question of payment.
Strictly by results. However, I am authorized to advance you the sum of £500 for expenses. You will please keep me informed of your progress.
We shall keep in touch, sir, never fear.
Can I offer both of you a lift back to town?
Oh, we mustn't be seen in public together, sir. As a matter of fact, one of my company helicopters is coming to pick it up.
Oh, I see. I'll be hearing from you then.
Robin, we're rich. You can nip down to the dairy and hand your notice in. Come on. Let's get back to the smoke and have a celebration drink.
Mrs. Danvers Crichton and her 2 sons are waiting for you in your office, sir.
Oh, good, good. Thank you, Miss Stevens.
Nearly had you then, Desmond.
Not quite, Mummy. I say, Mother, here's a juicy case.
What's that, Clyde, dear?
Remember old Buffy Saunders? Should do, old boy. He was my CO in the brigade. Well, it says here, and here I quote, he makes a habit of going to bed wearing a frilly lace nightie and Wellington boots. What colour nightie? Blue or pink? Blue.
Of course. There's nothing queer about old Buffy. That's another £5 you owe me.
Hello. Monica, dear lady, it says Sergeant kept you waiting.
You're a very naughty man, Roland. You know we're all agog to hear your news.
Not good, I'm afraid. I had an interview with your brother, Lord Algrave, this morning. I did my utmost on your behalf, but he was quite adamant. There will be no increases on any of your allowances.
What an utter rotter.
The man's as mad as a hatter.
On the contrary, I think he's completely sane. However, I must confess that his latest instructions reveal a most extraordinary eccentricity.
Do these instructions concern us at all, Roland?
Monica, you know I can't possibly tell you that. Excuse me. Yes, Miss Evans.
Mr. Hibbert is here, sir, and asks, could he interrupt you for just 2 minutes?
Yes, of course, I'll come straight out. Will you excuse me? I won't be a moment.
My God. The swine. He can't do this to me.
Arthur. Thank you. Ted, my old minos, how are things going with you? Piles any better?
You've got a flaming nerve, you have. I haven't set eyes on you for 3 months.
Can I help it if my doctor says I should go on the wagon?
Oh, yes. And did your bankers remind you you got 15 quid on the slate in my boozer?
15 quid? A small-minded man to make a fuss over such a trivial amount.
I'll tell you what you can do, Bernie. You can sling your hook. You don't get another drink in here until you've settled your account.
Come on, Robin. I've heard that the White Hart round the corner is a very superior type of cigarette. 5, 10, 15 nickel.
Just a minute, Bernie. Don't be hasty. Here, stay and have a drink. First round's on me.
Ted, I'm not one to hold a grudge. We'll have 2 large whiskies.
Certainly, Bernie. Certainly. You, had a stroke of luck, have you?
What do you mean?
That big bundle of blue ones you got there.
Luck, my old mate, don't come into it. Skill, talent, expertise, that's what earns a gelt. Crime Busters International is involved in a very important case.
Blimey. Last I heard, you was looking for Mrs. Harper's Ginger Tom.
That cat's out the country by now. This, Ted, is a biggie.
A lot of money in it, is there?
Money? It's flowing like water. And being the soft-hearted geezer that I am, no doubt my friends and associates will benefit.
Have another drink, Bernie. On me.
Sure. I'm in the mood. Come on, Robin, drink up.
There we are, Bernie. Oh, excuse me, gents. Customer in the other bar. Won't be a sec. Good morning, sir. What can I get you?
Well, my old China, how are you feeling?
Bit Mozart, to tell you the truth.
So am I. But it's not this stuff that's doing it. It's the thought of all that money. 30,000 knicker.
Well, we haven't actually earned it yet, Bernie. I mean, we've still got to find those people on the list.
Well, that won't be very difficult, will it?
Well, I don't know. Couldn't find Mrs. Harper's Ginger Tom.
Oh, that was for peanuts.
Anyway, by the law of averages, at least 2 of those people might have kicked the bucket.
So, we're rich with 30,000 or we're rich with 20,000. What's the difference? Anyway, how do we start?
Well, there's 2 London addresses there. Huh? Let's try that one first. Frederick Oldfield, 26 Alma Terrace, London, South East 1.
Good boy. Never forget who trained you. Anyway, first thing tomorrow morning, that's what we do.
OK, Bernie. I reckon it's your round.
There you go, mate. Second post.
Sir?
Did you sort out that problem for me last night, Harry?
Yes, Joe.
How did you entertain our friend?
We took him out for a drink.
Oh? Where did you take him?
We dropped him off Hammersmith Bridge.
That should have quenched his thirst. Now, I've got another little job for you. That slag who runs the cafe in Dalby Street didn't pay his insurances the last month.
He's having a rough time, that bloke. His wife's in hospital.
That's right. And being a soft-hearted man, I want you to make sure that he joins her. Gracias. What's this?
Looks like a Gazzetto.
I can see that. Idiot! Idioto! Here, put it on the machine.
Joseph Galliano, known as Tooth, you are listening to the voice of a friend. I am about to reveal information which will be to your considerable advantage. I must stress that the story I have to tell is for your ears only.
Well, you heard what the man said. Get out, scram!
I told you. Yes, Gov.
Oh! And tell them not to listen at the door.
And don't listen at the door.
Yes, Gov.
Right. I want you to cast your mind back to the events of August and September 1953.
Si.
What the hell's going on here?
How should I know? You was the one who delivered the tape to him.
Well, yeah, 6 to 4, that means extra work for us.
Oh, God, don't say that. I haven't had a weekend off for months.
The trouble with working in this place, it's so flaming humdrum.
Yeah, nothing exciting ever happens. Just the same old faces.
Morning, boy.
Tutu, come here. I just heard some fascinating news. Get hold of the boys straight away. There's work to be done.
Yes, Gov.
Right, Joe.
Oh, this is it, Bern. Number 26, Alma Terrace.
If Mr. Frederick Oldfield's inside, we've copped ourselves £5 grand.
It's all from the council. I'm not paying another farthing until you do something about my outside castle.
No, we're not actually, madam. We're just making inquiries about a Mr. Frederick Oldfield.
Oh, you're not from the law, are you?
No.
I thought not. He's too short and fat to be a copper.
About this Mr. Oldfield, missus. Does he still live here?
No, he's moved.
Oh, you couldn't tell us where he's gone to. It is rather important.
Oh, is it? Oh. It ought to be worth something then, oughtn't it? Ask next door.
Thank you very much. Full of old world charms she was. Hope we don't run into many like her in the course of our investigation.
Haven't we just been... Aren't you the lady...
Your faces seem familiar.
I thought you lived next door.
I do. I live here as well.
You mean you got 2 houses?
Well, with 15 kids, the council had to do something.
Might be cheaper to have your husband sterilised.
I may be a poor, defenceless woman, but any more of your lip, and I shall kick you from here to the Elephant and Castle.
As you may know, madam, we're trying to get in touch with a Mr. Frederick Oldfield.
Oh, yes, so he's my husband. Here, you're not from the pools, are you?
No, but we could possibly be the bearers of glad tidings.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, well, he's out at the moment. He's a window cleaner. He's working on that new office block at the top of Erne Road.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Oldfield.
So,
Oh, as a matter of interest, why do you keep your door so well locked?
well, young, attractive female at home all day. Can't be too careful.
I'd kick her out, lady. You'd be safe as houses.
Take it out, dream moving. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Frederick Oldfield?
Fred? No, mate. He's up there. 7th floor.
I'd sooner him than me.
He's all right. Safe as a church.
How do we get up to talk to him?
Don't bother. I'll get him to come down. Fred!
What is it?
Couple of gents down here want a word with you. Can you spare 'em a minute?
I'll be down the tick.
Here. You're not bringing him bad news, I hope.
Oh, no. Nothing like that.
Oh, he said he'd be down in a tick.
He's dead.
What a loss. What a dreadful, tragic loss. Such a waste.
What are you going on about? You didn't even know him.
I'm not talking about him. I'm referring to the 5,000 quid he cost us through his carelessness. I blame you, you know.
Me?
Well, you were closest. You could have caught him.
It's been a bit unfair, huh? Nobody could have done anything. The cable snapped, that was it.
I suppose you're right. Come on, let's go and have a cup.
Come on, get out of the way.
Thanks, love. There's something funny about all this, Bernie.
What a fantastic sense of humour you've got. A guy falls off a building, we lose a lot of money, and you think it's funny.
I meant funny peculiar. Doesn't really make sense.
What do you mean?
I mean, who is this mysterious bloke who's willing to pay £5,000 to find a window cleaner?
Well, how should I know? Maybe it's someone who lives in a house with a lot of windows.
That's got me really puzzled. I think I'll pop round this evening and have a word with Mrs. Oldfield. She might know something.
Suit yourself. But why rock the boat? What's it matter as long as there's money in it for us?
I'm curious, that's all.
Such a nosy Parker. You should be a detective.
I thought I was.
Well, only just. 2 days ago, you were a milkman. Anyway, personally, I don't think you should intrude on a widow's grief.
Mind your back. Can't wait for a naval officer.
You took your time, didn't you? We're running dry in here.
What a queue.
Go on, then.
Excuse me, Mrs. Oldfield.
Oh, you're the young man that came round the day my poor Fred got killed.
Yes, that's right.
Come and have a beverage.
No thanks. I don't wish to intrude in your hour of sorrow.
You've got finer feelings, you have. I always appreciate delicacy in such matters.
Yes. Must have come as a great shock to you.
Oh, it did. Something shocking. Fortunately, it was well insured. I'd implanted by the co-op. Did a lovely job. And of course, I got the Devi.
Can I ask you, Mrs. Oldfield, did your Fred have any rich relatives or wealthy relations of any kind?
What, him? Bless your heart, he was a window cleaner all his life. That is, after he left the merchant navy.
Oh, he was a sailor, was he?
I just said that, darling.
Come on, Mum, you're missing all the fun.
All right, Tracy, love. You'll have to excuse me, young man.
Fancy coming in for a quick one?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, but I don't drink that much.
Who said anything about drink?
Oh, well, in that case. Morning, Bern. Wake up. Papers. Come on.
Oh?
Morning, Griselda. You have a good kick, my darling.
You're out of your mind. Fancy sleeping with a plant.
From the look of those love bites, you went in bed with no daffodil. Did you learn anything at Mrs. Oldfield's last night?
Yes. Nothing about the case, but a hell of a lot about her eldest daughter.
Naughty boy. Also lucky.
I'll put the kettle on.
Good idea. Oh, as ever. Nothing but bad news. Come in.
Any chance of a cup of tea?
Oh, hello, Charlie. Come in. What's your usual breakfast? Eggs and, God forgive me, bacon.
I sure should eat with you two this morning, seeing as I'm on official business.
So, arrest me. In the clink there'll be more room than in here.
No, honestly, Sarge said I was to come and inquire what you was doing at that office block the other day, where the window cleaner fell off. Mr. Frederick Oldfield. You were inquiring for him, apparently.
The hire purchase, Charlie, you know, a credit rating check.
Oh, well, that's all right, then. Only we have to be very careful with these murder investigations.
Murder?
Yes. That cable didn't break. It was cut.
You mean that poor old bloke was killed on purpose?
Looks like it.
We won't be very pleased when he hears that. He thought it was an accident.
Why should anyone want to kill a window cleaner, Charlie?
Ask them down then, Nick.
Oh, do they know?
No, they haven't got a clue. Well, only one. Somebody saw a bloke with a limp hurrying away from the scene of the crime.
Oh, hurry up with the tea, Robin. I've suddenly got the shivers. Why, Robin? Why tell Charlie we was doing the credit rating check?
Because we're supposed to carry out this entire job in total secrecy.
Oh, forget it. When killing comes into it, I don't want to know.
We can't just abandon it now. Besides, think of the money.
I am. But what's the good of cash if he might not live to enjoy it? Look, why don't we go and find Mrs. Harper's cat? That's more our style. Maybe you get your job back at the dairy.
Bernie, it could be pure coincidence. We don't know that this murder's got anything to do with our case.
Got a point there. This fella could have had a lot of enemies. In fact, having met his wife, might have been suicide.
Exactly. Well, let's not jump to conclusions.
Well, let's see who's next on the list. Oh, Mr. Joseph Galliano, addressing Clapham. We can get a bus at the end of the road.
A bus? What about all the expenses money?
That's not for transport, that's for boozing.
Wait a minute. What was that name again?
Galliano, Joseph Galliano.
That sounds familiar. Rings a bell somewhere. Got it! Joe Tooth Galliano. Do you remember the case? He's that villain behind the extortion rackets in the West End.
Blimey, yes. A really nasty character by all accounts.
And a strip club in Soho.
Yeah.
Forgotten the name, but it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Yeah, how do you know that this Joe Tooth is the same man we're looking for?
Only one way to find out. We'll have to go and see him.
Go and see him?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You do that. While I go and give a progress report to Mr. Tollers.
Better give me the envelope in case it's the right bloke.
All right. Yeah.
Right. See you back at the office, Bun.
Good luck, son.
Morning.
We're shut. First show, 2:30.
Yeah, well, actually, I wanted to have a word with Mr. Joe Galliano. Would that be possible?
Yeah, if you shout loud enough.
Sorry?
He's gone to visit his mum in Sicily.
Any idea when he'll be back?
Who knows? Could be months.
Yeah, well, when he does get back, would you ask him to phone this number?
Yeah, righto.
Thank you very much. Sorry to have bothered you.
What did you tell him, Sid?
Exactly what you told me to say, Joe.
Good boy.
Yes, Miss Tim.
Mr. Weinstock to see you, sir.
Oh?
From Crime Busters International Detective.
Oh, yes. Weinstock. Thank you, Miss Stevens. Send him in, will you?
Mr. Weinstock, sir?
Mr. Tolhurst, have I good news for you?
That remains to be seen, Mr. Weinstock. Take a seat, will you?
Oh, thank you.
You have some progress to report?
Using the full resources of my agency, our expert knowledge and techniques, we managed to trace the first name on the list, Mr. Frederick Oldfield.
You've seen him, then?
I was as close to him as I am to you.
What did he say?
Well, not a great deal. He just sort of went, "Oh!"
Did you give him his envelope?
Not exactly. I must admit, I only saw him in passing. Well, at the time, he was falling from the 8th floor of a building.
Are you telling me he's dead?
I hope so. They buried him yesterday.
Well, may I ask you to return his envelope?
In view of the fact that there was this slight hiccup in Mr. Oldfield's case, I feel it would be unfair of me to claim the full £5,000. I will therefore be content with only half that sum.
You will receive not one penny piece, Mr. Weinstock. You must clearly understand that payment will only be made in respect of each listed person getting in touch with me, subsequent to having read his or her letter. Furthermore, I must insist that you endeavour to contact all 6 people before settlement is reached.
Well, that £500 expenses isn't going to go very far, is it?
Any large, legitimate expenditure will be reimbursed by this office. Now, good day to you.
Very well, Mr. Tolhurst. I hope to have glad tidings for you in the near future. My assistant is, at this very moment, working on the red-hot lead.
I hope his efforts will be rewarded.
My thought exactly.
He was the pride and joy of my life, he was. My Ginger Tom. A comfort to me and all the female cats in the neighbourhood.
Yes, I'm sure he was, Mrs. Scott. Is. Yes, I'm still holding on.
Well, where is he now, I want to know? I paid good money to have him found.
Yeah, oh, Bert, sorry to phone you up at work.
I'll have you up under the Trades Description Act. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, just a minute, but can I just finish this phone call, please, Mrs. Harper? Bert, I was wondering if there was any chance of borrowing your motor for a couple of days. Oh, great. Yes, of course we'll pay for the petrol. Right, pick it up tomorrow afternoon, then. Thanks, mate. You're a pal. Bye.
Ah, there you are, Mr. Great Detective. Managed to find your way home, did you?
Please, Mrs. Harper, I've got more important things to worry about than your cat.
Oh, don't tell me you're mixed up with the international raffia.
How did you get on with Mr. Tolhurst?
That's Skin Street. We won't part with a farthing for Mr. Oldfield.
Well, why not?
Well, just because he's, you know, DEAD.
I had him doctored so he wouldn't strike.
Leave your husband out of this, please, Mrs.
Oi, Kojak.
Call me that again, I'll fetch you one Sunday, Jim.
You lay a finger on that dear, sweet innocent and I'll have you up under the RSPCA.
Oh, shut your cake, oh, silly old bag.
Show more respect, you rotten little basket.
It can't help it, poor lamb. It's his upbringing.
Can't help it. It's people like you get to be magistrates.
Mum said you ain't paid your milk money. £3.50.
So much? You must be joking.
Now, if you remember, Bernie, we've been putting out all those sources of milk for Mrs. Harper's Ginger Tom.
Oh, yes, that's right. Trying to lure the little creature into protective custody. Dear little soul.
Oh, I can see you really do care. I shan't ask for my £5 back. Just keep trying.
I know where a stinking old cat is.
Where?
Our Alsatian, ain't it?
Wayne, if you don't clear off...
He enjoyed it and all.
Oh, brighten my life, please. Tell me you've got to see Mr. Galliano.
Well, he's out of the country at the moment, on holiday.
It's one of those days.
But I have got some good news.
What's that?
I've located the next name on the list. The Reverend Arthur Wildblood.
Good boy. Good boy. How'd you manage that?
Stopped off at the library and looked him up in Crockford's clerical directory. There was only one Arthur Wildblood, so it wasn't too difficult.
Well, where's he now, then?
He's the vicar of St Gundolph's in a little village called Pockling in Somerset.
Well, let's get down there and see him. Look up the train times.
Oh, there's no need. I've arranged to borrow my brother-in-law's car. If we set off tomorrow night, we can be there first thing Sunday morning.
Perfect. We can catch him at work.
I reckon we must have taken the wrong turning somewhere.
That sign definitely said Pockling 3 miles.
Yeah, and we must have come about 10.
Perhaps we better stop and ask somewhere.
Evening, sir. What can I get you?
I'll have a light ale, please. Can you tell us if we're on the right road for, Pockling?
I know. Talking about Pockling, Jim, did you hear old George Anstruthers he passed on last week?
Never. What, old George?
Here, that'll leave a cottage vacant on old Wilmslow's farm. Better tell my cousin about that.
Pockling, are we on the right road?
You were a good customer of mine, were old George.
Do you realise that leaves us one short for the darts team?
Excuse me, Pockling.
I don't know why someone didn't let me know in advance. I mean, we've got a match on tomorrow.
Pockling!
I didn't hear myself until this morning.
And what will you have, sir?
Well, all right. Let me see now. What do I fancy?
Try a drop of our local cider, sir.
Cider? That's a drink for women and kids.
I think there might be a bit of an argument about that in these parts, sir.
No, I'm used to the good old London bitter. 10 or 12 pints of that and you know you've had a drink.
Tell you what, mister, I bet you £5 you couldn't drink 5 pints of our cider.
5 pints? Do me a favour. Anybody want to take chances? 5, 10, 15. Set them up, landlord.
Bernie, I hope you know what you're doing.
Don't worry. It's a piece of cake. I can hold my liquor. Oh. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not bad for a drop of glorified apple juice. Goes down like mother's milk. You're getting a little worried, are you, lads? It's like drinking lemonade. Don't go away. Number 4 coming up.
You carry on like that, it'll be numbers 1, 2, and 3 coming up.
A bit on the gassy side. Still practically non-alcohol. Now, barman. Stay there. No move in the bar.
Give it up, Bernie. You've got no chance.
Excuse me a minute. I think I need a breath of fresh air.
Can't you beat that, sir?
You win.
Yeah, you'll do that.
Oh, by the way, sir, that'll be £2.80 for your drinks. Thank you, sir. Do call again. 'Tis always a pleasure for us simple country folk to meet you sophisticated Londoners.
Yeah, I bet it is. Oh, you never did tell us if we were right for pockling.
More like right for plucking, I'd say.
No need for that. Which way did you come from, sir?
That direction.
Oh, you must have come through Pockling, sir. 'Tis about 5 miles back along the road.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh, you are a silly boy, Robbie. Why'd you stop me?
I tried.
Yeah, but not hard enough. Oh, never will I touch that stuff again.
You feeling all right to get going?
Yes, yes, I'm okay. Just a moment, sir, just a moment. My life, it isn't the law. Always pop up when you're not wanted.
From my observation, you seem to have some difficulty getting into this vehicle, sir.
Is that right, I did?
Be this your car, sir?
No.
I see. Could I have a look at your driving licence, sir?
I've never had one.
What about insurance?
Why would I need insurance if I don't have a license?
I take it you've been drinking, sir.
Drinking? I'm stoned, I'm smashed, I'm completely like a...
Right, now let's see. Driving while under the influence of alcohol, driving without a current licence, driving without a certificate of insurance. I'm afraid you're in a lot of trouble, sir.
What do you mean driving? I'm not driving. He is.
It's a foreign car, officer.
I think the charges are about to be dropped.
Can't detain you any further, sir. Best be on your way. What are you, my first take this month? Bloody foreign car.
Barney, come on, wake up.
Hey. Oh, my God. I don't feel too good.
You don't smell too good. Morning, Milkman.
Good morning to you, sir. By crikey, it's as black as Will's mother or Wood Newton's knocker, isn't it? The rainfall days out, sure as cowpats make bad footstools.
Oh, well, I was wondering if you could direct us to the vicarage.
Oh, well, that's middling to weird, that is. You're sitting right outside it. Looking for his reverence, Harry?
Yeah, the Reverend Arthur Wildblood.
Ah, proper old tartar he is. You should hear him sermonize. Straight up the drive there. He'll be out of bed by now, being Sunday.
Much obliged.
Oh, seeing as you called in at the house, would you mind delivering his morning milk?
No, not at all. Matter of fact, I used to be a milkman myself.
Oh, fell on bad times, have he? Never mind, old son. You might touch him for a bite of breakfast. Well, I'll be getting along now. Cheerio. Good luck to you.
Hey, what you doing with all this milk?
We are delivering it to the vicar. He lives up there.
Who's supposed to ring that, you reckon?
Suppose so.
The old boy must be as deaf as a post.
Oh, hello. You're not our usual man.
No, we're just doing him a favour.
Could we possibly see the Reverend Arthur Wildblood, please?
Afraid not, he's gone.
You mean passed over?
Oh, no, not him. He's full of life, the old sore spot.
Are you his daughter, by any chance?
Me? No, I'm one of his collection. There's 14 of us.
Pardon?
He sees it as his mission to save wayward girls.
Oh, that accounts for all the milk, then.
Oh, yeah. He likes to keep us all healthy.
Well, whereabouts can we find him, then, miss?
Down at the church. He's getting ready for morning service. Would you like to come in for a few minutes?
Bob in.
But I'm afraid we haven't got time.
Oh, pity. The church is just along the road. Not far.
Thank you very much, young lady.
Ta-ta, then.
Oh, some collection, eh?
More fun than stamps. Excuse me. You the vicar?
Oh, bless you. No, sir. I'm the verger. You'll find his reverence in the vestry round the side.
Thank you.
Oh, this must be it. Your choice of hymns is as faultless as ever, Miss Groombridge. Now run along. The best lady organist I've ever had. Pulls out all the stops, does she? Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
You are the Reverend Arthur Wildblood, I take it?
I am.
And did you at one time live at 43 Beach Road, Portsmouth?
Many years ago, yes. Ah, well, in that case, we have a confidential letter to give you. This is all very mysterious. Heavens. After all this time. Quite incredible. Cast thy bread upon the waters, and thou shalt find it after many days. You'll never know how suitable that text is, gentlemen. Before we go overboard, Vicar. You don't know how funny that is. We have to ask you two questions. It says so in the letter. First one is, who was the timekeeper? Toby, of course.
Right.
And secondly, how long before the Indian princess arrived? 39 days. It's him all right, Robin. Vicar, darling, if you don't mind changing your street gear, we'll take you straight up to London to meet Mr. Tolhurst, our employer. Oh, I'm afraid I have a service to conduct. But if you don't mind waiting, I shall be delighted to accompany you afterwards. Why don't you join the congregation? It's against my religion. But for the kind of loot you've earned us, I sit in the mosque. The wicked flee where no man pursueth, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. There is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. and be warned that when we fall into the pits and snares of the evil one, those transgressions are known to God and will be punished. The good book tells us beyond any doubt that the wicked and ungodly shall perish from this earth in an all-consuming pillar of fire.
At least he's set off in the right direction.
Let's get cracking before the police are here.
Good idea.
Come on.
Joe! Joe! Where are you, Joe? Slow down a bit, Robin. We don't want to get stopped for speeding.
I think getting stopped at all is going to be a slight problem, Bernie.
What do you mean?
The flaming brakes have failed.
Oh, my God!
Hang on. Wait! I can't!
Try!
Mind? Truth!
Visitors to Mr. Norman Hodgkin's farm near the sleepy little village of Pockling in Somerset were often slightly surprised to find the bathroom there padlocked.
Ah, that's right. Talk about keeping their legs crossed. I always made them go down into the yard.
Well, the secret of Mr. Hodgkin's bathroom has now been revealed. It contained this remarkable scale model of Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, which is seeing the light of day for the first time. And the extraordinary thing about the model is that it's entirely made of matchsticks. Now, for the benefit of nationwide viewers, Mr. Hodgkins, could you tell us, roughly how many matchsticks you used?
55,987,132 and a half. Hand on the clock.
Very interesting. And how long did it take to make?
Ever since I was a lad. I worked every weekend for 37 years.
And when did you finish it?
3 hours ago.
Well, that's very interesting. All I can say is, bloody hell! Well, Mr. Hodgkins, see you in 37 years' time.
What's your name?
My life. That's an experience I could have done without. What kind of schnook is your brother-in-law to lend us a car in this condition?
I can't understand it. He's a mechanic.
Mechanic? I wouldn't let him serve as a dinky toy.
Blimey, Bernie, look at this.
So, what is it?
It's the brake pipe. It's been cut. Yeah, well, there's no disguising the fact we are into something really big.
Oh, not only something really big, but something really dangerous. Somebody fix those brakes, hoping we get killed.
We damn nearly were. I suppose you want to drop the case now, Bernie, do you?
No, I flaming well don't.
Oh, good for you.
Don't like being killed. It's not nice. Nobody takes a crack at the wine stock and gets away with it, I tell you.
Apart from anything else, 2 of the people on that list have been murdered. And it's up to us to get to the others and warn them.
Let's see who the next one is. Oh, it's that bird, Jean Montpellier. Sounds posh.
Why?
You should see the Montpellier Arms in Acton. It's a posh pub. Only allow punch-ups on a Sunday.
What was her last known address?
Hey, Archbishop Bodmin's School, Chipping Ockney, New Oxford.
Right. We better go over there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Are you going to be much longer, mate?
She's all ready for you now, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Now, let's see.
Ready for you, Bernie. It's a fair old drive to Oxford.
Yeah, we'll have to find somewhere to stay the night and look for this Chipping Ockney place in the morning. What's the damage, Chief?
Well, the parts I can let you half cheap.
Oh.
Seeing as how I had them in stock, £10.50.
Oh, it's very reasonable.
Plus labour, 40 quid.
That's a bit steep, isn't it?
Well, you did say it was urgent. And after all, it is Sunday.
All right, then. That's £50, 50p, I owe you.
And then there's £40 towing fee. And a quid for the 2 teas you had. Plus VAT. Making a grand total of £105.22 and a half p.
I'm not paying that. That's daylight robbery.
Well, the best thing you can do, sir, is have a word with the local constabulary.
Oh, well, where is he?
A couple of miles down the road.
Right.
My cousin George.
I don't really want the police mixed up in this, Bernie, do we? Better pay up.
Blimey, they are. 105 and 22 and a half p. Bloody thief, that's what you are.
Much obliged, sir. Do call again. Good day, gents. Can I help you?
Fill it up, mate.
Certainly, sir.
I wonder if you can assist me. I'm looking for a couple of friends of mine who drive a blue Volkswagen. Have you seen them by any chance?
Oh, that I have, sir. I've done a little repair job for him. Well, you've only missed him by a gnat's whisker. Off to Chipping Ockney, near Oxford, I believe they said, sir.
Of course, Oxford, yes.
That'll be, £7.20, sir.
£7.20. Sid.
Yes, Joe.
Give it to him. I shan't be requiring a receipt. You know what it says in the good book, Sid? The Lord helps those who help themselves.
You've always were a deeply religious man, Joe.
And the way we help ourselves, we got a hell of a lot of help coming from above. So long, the suckers.
I don't know. Why did we have to pick a hotel with the rugby team staying there? I never got a wink of sleep.
Neither did I.
Yes, but in your case, it was that young chambermaid kept you awake. Certainly beats Bethnal Green Infant School. But they don't play in the playground here. Oh, excuse me, son.
Yes, sir?
We're making inquiries about somebody who used to be at this school. Where would we go and ask?
The headmaster's secretary, sir. Through the main entrance and turn left.
Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, this is a mixed school, isn't it?
Mixed?
You know, boys and girls.
Girls? Crikey, no, sir. They're weedy. Can't even play rugger. No use at all in the scrum.
Best part of your education is still to come, my son.
What we're looking for must have been a teacher, then.
Yeah.
Come in.
What is it?
Good morning, madam. If you could spare a couple of minutes, we've come to make some inquiries.
A prospective parent, are you?
Oh, no, lady, it's just the way this jacket hangs. It's only a little joke.
Very little. Almost microscopic.
We're trying to ascertain the present whereabouts of someone who we believe was a teacher at this school some years ago.
For what purpose?
We're from Ernie,
Ernie who?
as in premium bonds. We have this as the last address of the lucky winner.
Well, I suppose you'd better sit down.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
A teacher here, you say? What was his name?
Oh, it wasn't a him, it was a her.
Don't be absurd. This is a boys' school. They do not have mistresses.
Oh, I should hope not, at their age.
What I mean is, this is an all-male establishment. The boys are instructed by masters.
Well, could she have possibly been a cook or a maid or something like that?
No females whatsoever are allowed on the school premises.
You're the living proof of that.
Our information quite clearly says Jean Montpellier, Archbishop Bodmin's School, Chipping Orkney.
Could it be that you're confused as to sex?
Nobody has ever accused me of that, madam. This young gentleman and myself are merely good friends.
You misunderstand. Perhaps your Jean Montpellier is, in fact, Jean Montpellier.
Oh, I see. A French bloke.
Let me have a look at my records. Oh, yes. Here we are. Jean Montpellier. He was, in fact, the junior French master from 1950 to 1954.
Can you tell us where he went after he left here?
I'm sorry, I don't have that sort of information. The only person who might conceivably know is Dr. Dingle Jones, who was headmaster at that time. He still lives locally.
Oh, well, I suppose it's worth a try. Whereabouts will we find him then, madam?
Well, he's a keen devotee of the piscatorial art.
Oh, no shame. I like the odd bevy myself. Which is his regular boozer?
I think the lady means that he enjoys fishing.
Exactly. At this time of day, you're almost sure to find him on the river.
How will we recognise him, madam?
Ask anyone. He's a well-known figure. Now, if you will excuse me.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you for your assistance. Come on, Bernie.
Just a minute. Oh, what I said about the dock and piscatorial art, it's just another of my little jokes, you know. I'm not that ignorant.
Really? Then you do a most marvellous impression.
God, do you mean to say people do this for pleasure?
Oh, in some quarters it's considered quite romantic to take a young lady on the river.
5 minutes of this, and I'll be too exhausted to show any kind of passion.
That must be him, look, over there.
Oh. Stand by to repel boarders. Oh, yes, very good. Pirates on the river. Wonderful idea.
Excuse us, Doctor.
Oh, you know me, do you? What are you? Two old boys?
Middle-aged, but not old, and he's only a youngster.
Oh, no, my droll fellow. No, I mean, are you two of my ex-pupils?
No, we just want to ask you a couple of questions.
Oh, dear, I've got it all now. You're two reporters from one of those dreadful tabloid newspapers wanting my opinion about today's education system.
No, we're not.
Oh, well, I'm very glad to hear it, because yesterday's edition had a very salacious picture of a near-naked young lady. I'll show you if you like. I cut it out and put it in my wallet.
Robin, Doctor, please. All we want to know is, do you remember a one-time teacher from Archbishop Bodmin's by the name of Jean Montpellier?
Let's see now. John Montpellier. No. On the other hand, yes. I've got it now. Jean Montpellier. Oh, yes. Charming chap, yes. Very rich. Very well connected, I believe. Came to us straight from Cambridge. Brilliant sportsman, you know, yes. He had rowing blue, half blue for boxing. And no one will ever forget his 178th not out in the vastly magic Lords. In every shot in the book. Late cuts, cover drives.
Steady on, Doc. You'll sink us both in a minute.
Sorry. Oh. Sorry. I always get carried away when I talk about cricket. Well, good day to you, gentlemen.
You wouldn't believe it, would you? He's dropped off.
Doctor, excuse us.
Go on, give him a shake.
Doctor! Doctor! Doctor!
Are you two back again? What can I do for you this time?
You were telling us about John Montpellier.
Was I?
Yes, you wouldn't happen to know his presence whereabouts, would you?
No, I'm afraid not. No, he left us to take up a place at a school down in whatchamacallit,
London?
No, further than that, down towards the thing on the,
Coast?
Oh, that's right, yes. One of the counties to the south of the capital. I haven't the faintest idea which one, though.
Sussex?
No.
Kent?
No. No, it's that county where that, remarkable batsman came from. CP, what's his name?
Mead of Hampshire.
How on earth do you know that?
Oh, I must have read about it somewhere. I've got a photographic memory.
Oh, remarkable.
You don't remember what part of Hampshire?
No, I haven't the foggiest. No, he used to send me the occasional picture postcard up to some time ago. Always had vintage cars on it. That was another of his passions, you know.
Thanks very much, Doc. Sorry to have disturbed you.
CP Mead, oh. What a remarkable memory you have. You would have made a wonderful, whatchamacallit?
Schoolmaster?
How strange. I was just thinking the same thing myself.
Well, that was a dead loss, wasn't it?
Yeah, waste of time.
All we know is he was last seen somewhere in Hampshire. Was good at boxing, cricket and rowing. And was potty about vintage cars.
Hang on a tick. I've just had a thought.
Well, go on then.
Well, there's a faint connection there. Hampshire and vintage cars.
What do you mean?
Well, Bewley, the Motor Museum, that's in Hampshire. One of the finest collections in the country. Here, grab that other rope, will you?
I still don't see what you're driving at.
Well, if he was that mad keen, he's bound to have spent a lot of time there.
Sounds like a hell of a long shot to me.
It's the only lead we've got, mate.
OK, let's get down there. What have we got to lose?
Well done, my brave lads. Carry on with the good work. You did a good job, Wally. Get that suit off and go and fetch a seat. Tell him and me are going to look at some nice mud. Off you go, Sid. I want you to keep after them. Stick a close. I want to know everything that's said. Everything, got it?
Righto, Joe.
Okay.
Let's go and have a word with this bloke. He might know something.
Good idea. Working up a lovely shine on the old banger, then.
I beg your pardon, sir. You must forgive my friend. He's not one of your real enthusiasts. Not like me. What a beauty.
Yes, David Brown, valveless, sir.
Oh, of course, of course. This model would have been built, what,
1914, sir.
I was just about to say that. Yes, a superb example.
You look after all these cars, then, do you?
Most of them, sir, yes.
I must congratulate you on the wonderful condition you keep them in.
That's very kind of you to say so, sir.
You get a lot of the vintage car fraternity coming here, then.
Good Lord, yes. Can't keep away from the place, some of them.
Oh, well, in that case, perhaps you know an old friend of ours, a chap called John Montpellier.
Well, I never. Oh, Jean, fancy you knowing him. You know, this place was like a second home. He couldn't keep away from the place. Used to give me a hand with some of the maintenance. Real expert he was. Yeah.
Small world, isn't it?
Yes, I missed him when he went.
Went? You don't mean...
Oh, Lord, no, he's not dead. He went back to the West Indies. His dear old dad passed on, and Jean, being the eldest son, inherits the family estates.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of islands in the West Indies. I don't suppose you know which one.
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. It's Haiti.
Haiti? How do you spell it?
It's H-A-I... He lives just outside the capital and...
Old Jean will be robbed. Well, mustn't keep you through my work. Thanks a lot.
Sure.
I say, he's dead keen, isn't he? What do you reckon our next move is, then?
Get back to the office, ring Mr. Tolhurst first thing in the morning. We can hardly go shooting off to Haiti without his say-so.
You're right.
Come on, Acid. Where the hell are you?
Did you have a good night, Skip?
Not really, no.
I did. I slept like a baby.
I kept waking up thinking about this case. It worries me. There must be some link between all those people on the list.
Like what? We got a window cleaner, dead. A vicar, blown up. A wealthy landowner in Haiti and a well-known West End gangster. What can they possibly have in common?
I don't know. But whoever Mr. Tolhurst is working for is prepared to pay a lot of money to find them.
And don't forget that somebody's tried to kill them. And last but not least, us as well.
Yes, it's a bit of a puzzle. But there was just one thing that came to me in the middle of the night.
Don't tell me. It was your landlady.
No, be serious. Did you notice the Reverend Wildblood?
Rest his soul.
Had a tattoo on the back of his hand?
Yes, but I can't remember what it was, though.
It was a mermaid. And outside the vicarage, he had a ship's bell with the name SS Mermaid on it.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I found out from Mrs. Oldfield, the window cleaner's wife, that her old man used to be a merchant seaman.
Do you know, that's brilliant. I've got just one question. So what?
I don't know so what. I'm just groping in the dark.
Oh, now we're back to your landlady again.
Look, give Mr. Tolhurst a buzz. It's 9:30. He should be in the office by now.
Yes, I'll tell him about this Jean Montpellier bloke. Oh, good morning. Hello, yeah. My name is Bernard Weinstock of Crime Busters International. Yes. Could I speak to Mr. Tolhurst, please? Thank you. Oh, hello, sir.
Good morning, Weinstock. Do you have any progress to report? Reverend Arthur Wildblood, yes? Dead? How unfortunate. Jean Montpellier is where? Haiti? Yes, of course you must go there. I'll have the necessary funds sent to you. You must make your travel arrangements as soon as possible.
Very good, sir. and I'll ring you again the moment we get back.
Yes, do that. And goodbye to you. Sorry about that. It had to do with Lord Algrave's affairs, as a matter of fact. Which brings me to the reason why I asked you to pop in this morning. His medical advisors tell me that his condition is deteriorating.
I wish I could say I'm sorry.
These family disagreements are very painful, dear lady. Don't you feel you could endeavour to effect some sort of reconciliation with his lordship?
You know what my brother's like, Roland. He loathes everybody, me in particular.
Nevertheless, there may be very little time left.
After the way the old boy's treated Mummy, and us too, he can go to the devil for all I care.
Well, there's nothing else, Roland.
No, I simply felt I had to make one final effort to bring you both together.
Not this side of the grave.
And now, leaving aside these unfortunate matters, Monica, I have 2 tickets for Covent Garden for tomorrow night, somewhere. I wonder if you'd care to join me.
I'd be delighted.
Sunny Caribbean, here we come.
Yeah, we could have been off days ago if your passport hadn't been out of date.
So don't worry. Haiti will still be there.
Pull up a minute, mate.
Hang on, the tick.
How much further, Rodriguez?
Not far, monsieur, not far.
You've been saying that for the last 3 hours. You sure you know where you are?
Me very good guide, best on island. We arrive at Jean Montpellier's estate soon now.
Well, I hope so, because I'm getting saddle sore sitting in the back of this thing.
That's better. Do you know what I could do with now? A nice cup of tea.
We reach Mama Legumba's in 1/2 hour.
Mama Legumba's? What goes on there?
Plus for eat and drink.
All right, lead on, Macduff.
No, my name is Rodriguez.
Never mind, never mind. Get cracking.
This Mama's place, huh?
Blimey. Oh, that's the longest half hour I've ever known.
Yeah, that track's not exactly the M1, is it?
Well, I don't know. It's about the usual standard of a motorway cafe.
You come this way, monsieur.
Right.
Go inside, please. Go in. See Mama.
No, I think we'll sit outside if you don't mind. We're fresh air feeds.
You give money for refreshment?
Oh, right.
Now, what you want?
Well, I don't suppose you got a decent drop of pigs.
You want to eat pig?
No, pig's ear. Beer, I'm talking about.
Beer. Mama brew on pig's ear. Huh? Very good, very strong.
We'll try a couple of those, then, eh?
Yeah.
Great, isn't it? 5 hours on a flaming jeep through the jungle and we wind up in a dump like this. Oh, hello. You've been having a booze up, have you?
Mama Huma actor.
Like a fag, would you? Have a fag? Eat and picking.
Mama Huma actor.
I wonder how the government health warning applies to eating them.
Here's something nasty in here.
Only small cockroach, huh?
I don't really fancy that. Yeah.
Good. You English, very eccentric. First you no like it with cockroach in, now you no like it with cockroach out. Huh? Up your bottoms.
The sooner we see that bloke, the sooner we get back to civilization.
What's up now?
Baron Cimetière, voodoo lord of the cemetery. I go.
What's up with him?
Search me. Hello. Looks like there's a campfire up ahead.
Oh, probably a local scout group. I used to like that when I was a kid. We're riding along on the motorway.
Let's go and ask them if they know where John Montpellier's house is. Rodriguez said we were on his land a couple of miles back.
Yeah, right.
That's a funny sort of disco. Probably somebody's 21st. I hate great crashing parties. Come on.
Oh, sorry. We must have taken the wrong turning.
We're looking for a Mr. John Montpellier.
Oh, that's him. Oh, there's a coincidence.
Look, Emery.
Evening all. Mr. Montpellier?
Yes?
I've got a letter for you.
Sorry you've become involved in this. Most unfortunate.
You're not kidding. What happened?
The voodoo priests have been hired to kill me.
But who would do that?
I believe it was an Englishman with a limp. Why, I do not know.
¿Cómo repito? Hasta más luego, loco.
So long, Rob. Pity we never found Mrs. Harper's ginger tongue.
¡Me la